This is not my usual content, but I had to jump on the bandwagon with the Labubu craze that's happening. Have you seen this video by Love Luxury?
Wait, my Labubu. Wait, be patient. Just 1 second. You can have the bag. I need the Labubu.
Or this video by Fareeq's Tube.
بدي الساك ما في هيك بدي الساك بليز بشرفك وين بدي
مشي معي ما تعطي مشي معي
بدي اقول لك
تعال حبيبي تعال شو فكرة هيدا مين؟ هيدا الساك مين؟ حطيت لك هون لبوبو شافوا الحرامي كبوا على الارض وخاف
لابوبو
I am sure there are so many other videos out there on Labubus, but these two really cracked me up. Last night, I was having a conversation with my friend in London, and she told me that she got a call from a cousin of hers in the USA, asking her, begging her to go about London and find her a Labubu and ship it to her in the US. Now, my friend, my London friend, had no idea what Labubu was because she's not on social media. And so she had to ask her US cousin what Labubu was, and then she received all this information with packaging details. And my London friend, being so kind-hearted and so loyal to her friends and her family, went about for a whole week from shop to shop in London trying to locate a Labubu for her cousin. And she couldn't find any until she happened upon a magazine article that said that the UK stores had recalled all Labubu dolls from their stores because people who were queuing, waiting for Labubu in a queue, long queues, were being physically aggressive and verbally abusive to the staff who is serving them, when they want to buy this Labubu. And so the managers of the stores or the store owners, they recalled all the dolls in the UK, and we don't know now when they're going to put them back on sale just because they're worried about their employees' physical safety and mental health. Now, I, being a writer and a storyteller these days, I simply had to compose in my head this fictional, totally fictional, I repeat, totally out of my imagination story of how the Labubu came to life. And here it is. There's this company that decided to make these dolls, these plushies, and, put them in the market for sale. They made tens of millions of them, and unfortunately, they were not selling. And the company was going under. They were going to declare bankruptcy soon. One day, the CEO of this company was at home, talking to his wife about this disaster. And his wife thought for a second, went to the kitchen, brought back a small koala plushie. There are many small plushies that have key rings on them. So she brought him one of these, which she had lying in one of her drawers. And she told him, people sometimes buy these plushies with the key ring and they carry it around as a keychain. So what do you think? Do you think this could work for the plushies that you made? So her husband, the CEO, thought about this and said, why not? We've already sunk tens of millions of dollars into this project. What's a few million more? Let's try this or else we're gonna go bankrupt. So they put in more money, they recalled all the dolls and put them back on the market, selling them as a form of a keychain. But again, sales were very low. So when a few months later, the CEO was at home thinking that's it, we have to declare bankruptcy now, he saw his little child, who's, 5, 6 years old. His daughter was playing in her playroom, and he saw one of his plushies, hooked onto her small bag. He went up to her and he's like, honey, what are you doing? What are you playing at? And she's like, I'm playing dollhouse. And he asks her, what's that on your bag? And she says, oh, this is my Labubu. And he's like, it's your Labubu? And she's like, yes. And he's like, why do you have it on your bag? And she's like, because it looks so pretty, and this way I can take it wherever I go, and it will not be alone in the room when I leave it. And this gave the idea to the CEO to market this Labubu doll as an accessory to a bag. He called for this huge meeting with all of his executives and managers, and he told them, look, my daughter has called this plushie Labubu, and I think it's a fantastic name for our marketing strategy. Let's try and market it as an accessory for a bag, for women's bags. And they started, working up, this whole marketing strategy, but they hit a snag. Women are going to go more towards certain colors than others. There were several colors in this Labubu, range. And women were most probably going to go towards pink, maybe white, maybe blue, maybe purple, but what about the rest of the colors? And so they came up with a genius idea. The genius idea of doing opaque packaging. Not only was the outside package a box, a carton box, but also, even if you try to open the box, you cannot see what's inside, because inside it's a cellophane, a metallic cellophane around the doll as well. And so now people had to buy several of these plushies in order to find the color that they wanted. That is how the company made billions instead of going bankrupt. Now, I went about my house looking for small plushies, and I found this very cute Tigger and this very cute unicorn. And Tigger, if you don't know him, he's, from Winnie the Pooh. He's a friend of Winnie the Pooh's, and usually he goes like, I'm T-I-G-G-er, and he jumps on his tail. He's so cute. And then, of course, the unicorn, it's just a unicorn, but I just love it, and the colors are so cute. Now, I am carrying these days this red bag of mine. And, of course, with red, I'm not going to go with orange. I'm going to go with this color. Wait and see. And here we go. I have my own La Dada. Hashtag La Dada.